Welcome! Today we explore electronics history. Subscribe and join this journey with me. From vacuum tubes to AI, this is the full story of electronics. Let's go! Electronics began with glowing vacuum tubes, large, fragile, and power-hungry. The journey of electronics began a long time ago with fragile components called vacuum tubes, which were huge and consumed a massive amount of power. In those early days, pioneering researchers had to work with equipment that was incredibly large and basic by today's standards. Despite their size, the radio was one of the very first inventions to truly transform global communication forever. If you looked inside these vintage devices, you would find them completely filled with dozens of glowing vacuum tubes. The very first electronic computers were so massive, they didn't fit on a desk. They were the size of an entire house. In 1945, a machine called ENIAC was unveiled, and it completely changed the history of computing forever. Back then, programming a computer didn't involve a keyboard. It meant physically connecting cables with your hands. The tools used for measurement, like this old oscilloscope, were very basic but essential for progress. Looking back at this footage, we see the humble beginnings of what would become a huge technological revolution. All of this was the beginning of a technological revolution. But electronics still faced many limitations. Part 2, Transistor Revolution. Transistors sparked a revolution, powering the digital age. Today, a new revolution is here. Everything changed in 1947, when a tiny device called the transistor was invented at Bell Labs. This groundbreaking invention took place at Bell Labs, changing the world from this very room. In 1947, the transistor was invented by John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley. It was tiny, much more affordable to make, and it barely generated any heat at all. If you look closely, the transistor was unbelievably small compared to the bulky vacuum tubes it replaced. In the 1960s, radios and other electronic equipment began to become small and portable. Small, battery-powered, and portable enough to carry anywhere. Soon after, engineers found a way to pack many transistors onto one piece of silicon, creating the integrated circuit. The integrated circuit followed in 1958, invented by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce. Silicon became the heart of electronics. Its shining surface reflects the precision of modern technology. With these advances, factories around the world started mass-producing electronic components faster than ever. Assembling electronics involves soldering components onto green circuit boards, a practice still used today.
Electronics became much smaller, more efficient, and cheaper than before.
Part 3, the microprocessor era. The microprocessor era revolutionized computing, from the 1971 Intel 4004 to multi-core powerhouses. A major milestone arrived in 1971 with the birth of the very first microprocessor, the Intel 4004, created by Ted Hoff, Stanley Mazer, and Federico Faggin at Intel. Suddenly, computers with screens and keyboards began appearing in offices and universities. This revolution made electronics incredibly small, powerful, and accessible to more people. In the 1980s, PCs reached homes and schools. IBM was a driving force in this revolution. Other companies like Compaq and Apple influenced the PC revolution. CEOs like Rod Canyon and Steve Jobs drove innovation. In the 1980s, tech companies like Microsoft revolutionized personal computing. Our systems are built for the future. The most important part is the CPU, which acts as the brain, processing billions of instructions per second. At the heart of every computer is the motherboard, connecting everything together like a central nervous system. Next to it, you have RAM, which temporarily holds all the data needed for active tasks. In the 1990s, computer labs became common, and a new thing called the internet began to spread rapidly. The first internet connections used dial-up, filling homes with static noise because they were incredibly slow. Screens were bulky CRT monitors that were very heavy and took up a lot of desk space. From room-sized machines to desktops, the speed of this evolution was absolutely breathtaking. In 2007, the launch of the smartphone changed everything, putting a powerful computer in everyone's pocket. The touchscreen became the primary way we interact, allowing us to control the world with a simple swipe or tap. High-speed internet is made possible by fiber optic cables, which transmit data at the speed of light. Behind the scenes, massive data centers the size of football fields store all the world's information securely. Our cities are becoming smarter, using technology to manage traffic, energy, and resources efficiently. Social media platforms connect billions of people, allowing them to share and communicate instantly. Cloud computing means our photos and files are stored remotely, accessible from any device, anywhere. Across Africa, a vibrant tech scene is growing, with young innovators creating solutions for local challenges. This generation of young coders is not just using technology, they are actively building the future. Looking ahead, quantum computing will unlock unimaginable processing power, solving problems we can't solve today. Artificial intelligence and advanced robots will soon perform many complex tasks, working alongside humans. Future electronics will be flexible, transparent, and rollable, blending seamlessly into our environment. Augmented reality glasses will overlay digital information onto the real world, changing how we see everything.
Transportation will be revolutionized by self-driving cars that communicate with each other to prevent accidents.
Our homes will be controlled by voice, or even by holograms that appear to manage our daily lives.
Imagine a future where a city in Africa becomes a world-leading center for technological innovation and creativity. A new generation of African engineers and inventors is emerging, ready to build amazing things.
The future is not a distant dream, it's something we hold confidently in our own hands, right now.
So remember, electronics is not just about past inventions, it is the exciting future we begin creating today.
The future is in our hands. Like, subscribe, and let's keep building together.
Thanks for exploring electronics with me. Share this video to inspire others.
Thank you to watch this video. It's your boy, Lambs Cha Cha.